Hey everyone, welcome back to Nighttime Mics. I'm Sarah, and across from me, as always, is Mike. How are you doing today, Mike? You look like you've had a very busy morning.
Oh, hey, Sarah. Wow, is it that obvious? I guess I'm still a bit wound up. I've been running around like a headless chicken since 7 a.m. I was trying to eat my breakfast, answer emails, and listen to a news report all at the same time. I even tried to tie my shoes while walking down the stairs, which, let me tell you, is not a good idea.
Oh no, please tell me you didn't fall. That sounds like a disaster waiting to happen. You really are the king of trying to do everything at once, aren't you?
I really am, or at least I try to be. I thought I was being super efficient, but honestly, I ended up spilling milk on my keyboard and I have no idea what the news report was even about. It's funny you mention it though, because that's exactly what I wanted to talk about today, multitasking.
That is perfect timing. It's such a huge part of our lives now. I feel like if I'm only doing one thing, I'm somehow failing. Like if I'm just waiting for the bus, I feel this intense pressure to check my phone, listen to music, or plan my grocery list. Why can't we just wait for the bus?
Exactly. It's like we've lost the ability to just be in the moment. But I've always wondered, is multitasking actually a skill? You see it on resumes all the time. Must be able to multitask in a fast-paced environment. If companies want it, it must be good, right?
Well, that's the thing. I've been looking into this lately, and the science is actually kind of shocking. Most experts say that humans can't actually multitask, at least not the way we think we can. Our brains aren't built like computers with multiple processors.
No way, really? But I feel like I'm doing two things at once all the time. Right now, I'm talking to you, and I'm also thinking about where I put my car keys.
Well, that's exactly the point. You aren't actually doing both at the same time. Your brain is just switching back and forth between talking to Sarah and finding car keys really, really fast. They call it context switching.
Context switching. That sounds like a tech term. Explain that to me like I'm five, Sarah.
Okay, imagine your brain is a spotlight. You can move that spotlight around the room to see different things, but the light can only shine on one spot at a time. When you multitask, you're just moving that spotlight back and forth very quickly. But every time you move it, there's a tiny delay where you're in the dark.
That's a great image. So while I'm moving the spotlight from my keys back to our conversation, I might miss something you said?
Exactly. And those tiny delays add up. They say it can actually lower your productivity by 40%. That's nearly half your day gone just because you're jumping around.
40%? Are you serious? That's massive. I thought I was saving time, but I'm actually throwing it away. No wonder I feel so wiped out by the end of the day. It's like my brain is running a marathon just to stay in the same place.
I know, right? It's exhausting. And it's not just about time, it's about the quality of the work, too. I have a friend, let's call her Anna, who tried to write an important report while watching a documentary about space. She thought, oh, I'm just listening to the background noise.
Oh, I do that all the time. I love having the TV on while I work. It makes me feel less lonely in my home office. What happened to Anna?
Well, she finished the report and sent it to her boss. The next morning, her boss called her into the office. It turns out that right in the middle of a paragraph about budget cuts, Anna had typed, and that is why the atmosphere on Mars consists mostly of carbon dioxide.
No way. She actually typed the documentary facts into her work report? That is hilarious.
I know, she was so embarrassed. Her brain just recorded the audio she was hearing instead of the thoughts she was trying to write. It just goes to show that you can't truly focus on two streams of information at once.
That's a classic. I've definitely done something similar. I was once texting my mom while trying to order a coffee. The barista asked me what I wanted, and I looked him dead in the eye and said, "I'll have a large pepperoni pizza, please."
Mike, in a coffee shop? What did the barista do?
He just stared at me for a few seconds and said, "Sir, this is a Starbucks." I felt like such an idiot. I was so busy typing a message to my mom about what we were having for dinner that my brain just gave up on the coffee order.
That's the perfect example of brain fry. We try to push our minds too hard and they just start making mistakes. It's like a computer that has too many tabs open and starts to freeze.
Totally, I definitely have too many tabs open in my head right now. But Sarah, don't you think some multitasking is okay? Like, what about driving and listening to the radio? Or cooking and talking?
That's a fair point. Experts usually say you can do two things if one of them is automatic, like walking. You don't have to think about how to move your legs, right? So you can walk and have a deep conversation.
Right, or like folding laundry and watching a movie. I don't need to think about how to fold a t-shirt. My hands just know what to do.
Exactly. But the problem starts when both tasks require active thinking. If you're trying to follow a new, complicated recipe and someone is trying to tell you a complicated story about their relationship problems, you're probably going to either burn the food or give really bad advice.
I'm so sorry your boyfriend broke up with you. Now, should I add 2 or 3 cups of salt? Yeah, that wouldn't end well.
Exactly. You'd end up with a very salty soup and a very angry friend. I think we need to figure out which things are automatic and which things need our full attention.
I agree. But it's so hard in this day and age. Everything is designed to distract us. I mean, look at our phones. They are basically multitasking machines. You get a text, then a social media notification, then an email, then a reminder to drink water. It never stops.
It really doesn't. And have you noticed how it affects our social lives? Like when we're out for coffee and people are constantly checking their phones?
Oh, I hate that. It's like, why did we even meet up if you're going to spend the whole time looking at a screen? It makes me feel like I'm not interesting enough to keep their attention.
I feel the same way, but I'm guilty of it too. Sometimes I'll be talking to my sister and I'll feel my phone buzz in my pocket. Even if I don't pick it up, half of my brain is now thinking, who is that? Is it important? Should I check it?
I know that feeling so well. It's like a little itch you can't scratch. There's actually a term for that too, phantom vibration syndrome. It's when you think your phone vibrated, but it actually didn't.
Wait, that's a real thing? I thought I was just going crazy. I feel that all the time.
Nope, it's a real psychological thing. Our brains are so trained to expect notifications that they start making them up. We're literally addicted to the distraction.
That's actually a bit scary when you think about it. We've been trained to be distracted. So how do we break the habit? How do we go back to being focused?
Well, I've been trying a few things. One is called monotasking. It's basically the opposite of multitasking. You pick one task and you give it 100% of your focus for a set amount of time.
I've heard of that. Is it like the Pomodoro technique, where you work for 25 minutes and then take a 5-minute break?
Exactly. I started doing that last week. I set a timer on my desk, not my phone because the phone is a trap, and I tell myself I cannot do anything else until that timer goes off. No checking emails, no grabbing a snack, nothing.
And how's it going? Is it hard to stick to it?
The first few days were brutal, Sarah. I'm not joking. I felt so restless. Every 2 minutes, I wanted to just quickly check something. But by the 4th day, it got easier. And the weirdest thing happened. I actually finished my work early.
No way! So you actually saved time by doing less?
Yes, because I wasn't wasting time switching between tasks. I was in the zone. It felt amazing. I finished my report by 3 p.m. instead of my usual 6 p.m.
That is a huge difference. Imagine what you could do with 3 extra hours every day. You could finally start that guitar lesson you've been talking about for 3 years.
Hey, don't call me out like that. But you're right. I've been saying I'm too busy for hobbies, but maybe I'm just too distracted.
I think a lot of us are. I've been trying something else too. I call it digital decluttering. At night, I put my phone in a different room an hour before I go to bed.
Ooh, that sounds tough. Don't you feel like you're missing out on something?
At first, I had major FOMO, fear of missing out. I thought there would be some emergency or some hilarious meme I'd miss. But after a while, I realized nothing happens. The world keeps turning, and I sleep so much better.
I believe it. I've noticed that if I scroll through my phone before bed, my brain is buzzing with information and I can't fall asleep. I'm thinking about politics and my friends' vacation photos and a video of a cat playing the piano. It's too much.
Exactly. We aren't meant to process that much information all at once. It's like trying to drink water from a fire hose.
That's a great way to put it. Drinking from a fire hose. I'm definitely going to steal that phrase. But Sarah, I think multitasking even affects how we enjoy things, like watching a movie. Do you remember the last time you watched a whole movie without looking at your phone once?
That's a tough question. Honestly, maybe a year ago in a movie theater? At home, I almost always have my phone in my hand. I'll look up the actors on IMDb, or I'll check my messages during a slow scene.
Me too. And then I realize I've missed a key plot point and I have to rewind the movie. So a 2-hour movie takes me 2.5 hours to watch. It's so counterproductive.
It's like we've lost the patience to just let a story unfold. We want everything now, now, now. It's a bit sad, actually. We're missing out on the deep experience of things because we're so busy scratching the surface of everything else.
Scratching the surface? Man, you're on fire with the metaphors today, Sarah. But you're right. It's like eating a 5-course meal, but only taking one tiny bite of each dish and then moving on. You never really get full.
Exactly. And it applies to relationships too. Have you ever been on a date where the other person kept their phone on the table?
Oh, the worst. Even if they don't look at it, it's like a third person is sitting there with you. It's a constant reminder that they could be interrupted at any second. It makes the conversation feel fragile.
Fragile is a perfect word for it. It's like the connection isn't solid because their mind is in two places at once. I've started asking my friends to park their phones when we go out. We all put them in a pile in the middle of the table.
I've heard of that. And the first person to touch their phone has to pay the bill, right?
That's the high stakes version. We don't usually do that because we're all broke. But even just having them face down in a pile makes a huge difference. We actually look at each other's faces more.
That's so important. I think we forget how much we communicate through body language and eye contact. If I'm looking at my phone while you're talking, I'm missing all those little signals that tell me how you're really feeling.
Definitely. You might hear my words, but you aren't listening to me. There's a big difference.
You're totally right. Listening takes effort. It's a form of monotasking, isn't it? Giving someone your full attention is probably the best gift you can give them.
Wow, Mike, that was actually really sweet. Who knew you were such a philosopher?
Hey, even a headless chicken has his moments of wisdom. But seriously, I want to be a better listener. I want to be someone people feel seen by.
I love that. And I think it starts with small steps. Like when we're recording this podcast, I notice we're both really focused on each other. We don't have our phones out, we aren't checking emails, and it feels good, doesn't it?
It feels great. I feel more energized after talking to you like this than I do after an hour of multitasking at my desk. It's like this conversation is giving me energy instead of taking it away.
That's such a good point. Deep focus can actually be very refreshing. It's the scattered focus that burns us out.
So we've talked about the problems and we've talked about some solutions, but what about the workplace? How do we tell our bosses that we want to stop multitasking? It's kind of scary to say, I'm only going to do one thing at a time. They might think we're being lazy.
That is a tricky one, but I think you can frame it in terms of quality. If I were a boss, I'd rather have an employee who gives me one perfect project than an employee who gives me 3 projects full of mistakes.
True. It's about figuring out how to communicate that. Maybe saying, I want to dedicate the next 2 hours to this specific task so I can give you the best possible result. That sounds professional, right?
Totally. It shows you're taking your work seriously. And you can also set office hours for your email. You don't have to reply to every message the second it arrives.
Oh, I struggle with that so much. I feel like I have to be on all the time. If I see that little red notification bubble, I have to pop it.
The red bubble of doom. I know it's designed to make us anxious, but most things can wait an hour or two. I've started checking my emails only 3 times a day. Once in the morning, once after lunch, and once before I leave.
3 times a day? That sounds like a dream. Does it work? Do people get mad?
Actually, no. Most people don't even notice. And if it's really urgent, they'll call me. It saved me so much mental energy. I'm not constantly being pulled out of my work by a ping.
I'm going to try that. I really am. I'm going to turn off those notifications. Well, maybe not all of them. Maybe I'll start with just the social media ones.
One step at a time, Mike. That's the key. You don't have to change your whole life in one day. Just try to give up one distraction at a time.
Give up. Another great phrasal verb. We're really hitting the English goals today, Sarah.
We try. But seriously, I think it's about being kind to ourselves. We live in a world that is literally designed to keep us distracted. It's not our fault that we find it hard to focus.
That's a good point. We're fighting against some of the smartest engineers in the world who are paid to keep us clicking and scrolling. It's an uphill battle.
It really is, but we have something they don't, the ability to choose where we put our attention. We just have to practice using it. It's like a muscle. If you don't use it, it gets weak. But if you train it, it gets stronger.
I like that. I'm going to go to the attention gym. I'll start by reading a book for 20 minutes without checking my phone.
That's a great workout. And don't be surprised if your mind starts to wander. That's normal. When it happens, just gently bring it back to the book.
Bring it back. Got it. It's like training a puppy. No brain, stay, look at the book, good brain.
Exactly. Your brain is just like a curious puppy. It wants to see everything and sniff everything. You just have to show it that staying in one place can be fun too.
I love that. You know, Sarah, I'm curious, do you think children are better at this than adults or worse?
That's an interesting question. I think kids are naturally very good at monotasking. Have you ever seen a kid playing with blocks or drawing? They are 100% there. You can call their name 5 times and they won't even hear you.
Oh, totally. My nephew is like that with his Lego. He's in his own little world. He's not thinking about lunch or his homework or what's on TV. He's just Lego Mike.
Lego Mike, I love it. But then, as we get older, we teach them how to multitask. We tell them to hurry up, eat while you get dressed, listen to me while you brush your teeth. We basically train the monotasking out of them.
Wow, that's actually kind of sad. We're teaching them to be as stressed out as we are.
It is a bit. Maybe we can learn something from them instead. Maybe we should try to have more Lego moments in our adult lives.
I'm definitely going to try. Maybe not with actual Legos, although they are pretty fun, but with my own work. I want to find that flow state where everything else disappears.
It's a great feeling. They say that's when we're at our happiest, when we're fully engaged in what we're doing.
I believe it. Every time I've been really happy, I haven't been multitasking. I was either at a great concert, or on a beautiful hike, or having a deep talk with a friend. I wasn't checking my email during those moments.
Exactly. The best things in life require our full attention. You can't multitask a sunset, Mike.
You can't multitask a sunset. Sarah, you are just full of quotes today. We should put that on a t-shirt.
I'll add it to our nighttime merch list. But really, think about it. If you're trying to take the perfect photo of a sunset to post on Instagram, are you actually seeing the sunset?
Ouch, you're calling me out again. I am definitely that guy who spends 10 minutes trying to get the lighting right and then misses the actual sun going down.
We've all been there. But next time, try this. Take one photo, put the phone away, and just watch. I promise the memory will be better than the photo anyway.
I'll take that bet. Next time there's a sunset, I'm going phone free.
Good for you. I'll do the same. So, Mike, we've covered a lot of ground today. We talked about why multitasking is a myth, the spotlight of our brain, the funny mistakes we make, and how to monotask our way back to sanity.
We really did. It's been quite a journey. I feel like I have a lot to think about. Or rather, I have one thing to think about at a time.
Exactly. One thing at a time. It's a simple idea, but it's so powerful.
It really is, and I hope our listeners found it helpful too. Whether you're an English learner trying to focus on this conversation or someone who's just feeling a bit overwhelmed by life, I hope you take away that it's okay to slow down.
Absolutely. And if you're listening to this while doing something else, like driving or cleaning, that's okay too. Just maybe don't try to solve any complex math equations at the same time.
Yeah, please don't do that. Safety first. But seriously, if you enjoyed this episode, we'd love to hear from you. How do you handle multitasking? Do you have any tips for staying focused?
Yes, leave us a comment or send us a message. We love hearing your stories. It makes us feel like we're all in this together.
Definitely. And hey, maybe we should set a monotasking challenge for our listeners this week.
Oh, I like that. What should it be?
How about this? Pick one activity this week. It could be eating dinner, going for a walk, or even just having a conversation. And do it without your phone. No multitasking allowed. Just do the thing.
I love it. The No Phone Zone Challenge. I'm in. I'll do it with my Sunday morning breakfast.
And I'll do it with my evening walk. No podcasts, no music, just me and the neighborhood.
That sounds wonderful, Mike. I can't wait to hear how it goes for everyone.
Me too. Well, I guess we should probably wrap things up now before I start talking about something else and break my own rule of focusing.
Fair enough. It's been a pleasure as always, Mike. This conversation really flew by.
It really did. I guess that's what happens when you're in the zone, right?
Exactly. No multitasking, just good conversation.
Perfect. Well, thanks for joining us on Nighttime Mics, everyone. We really appreciate you spending your time with us.
We really do. Remember, take it one step at a time, one task at a time, and don't forget to breathe.
Great advice. All right, I'm going to go turn off my computer and go for that walk now.
And I'm going to go read my book, phone free.
Good luck, Sarah.
You too, Mike. Bye, everyone.
Bye. See you in the next one.
Oh, wait, Mike.
What is it now? We're supposed to be leaving.
I just remembered. I forgot to tell everyone where they can find our new vocabulary list from today's episode.
Oh, right. Good catch. See, I was already moving on to my next task. I failed.
It's okay. It's a process. You can find the list of all the phrasal verbs and idioms we used in the description below. Context switching, monotasking, give up, figure out, it's all there.
Perfect. Now we can really go.
Now we can really go. Good night, everyone.
Good night.